Good afternoon, welcome to Iligan. I am Richard Oman, correspondent of the Philippine Daily Inquirer. And I'd like to address this one and only question, but for the three of the young ladies here. Maybe Ms. Romania will make his first response, Ms. Rakan and Ms. Lima. My question is, how will you describe Mother Earth?
Mother Earth is all. Without Earth, we have not exist. She give us life. She give us food. She all is safe for us.
Hello everyone. We should ask ourselves what we have in our life. We have a big home. The big home is the earth, our earth. We have should respect the earth and to do responsible of our earth and do everything to make activity in our land to make comfortable for the human and also the animals here.
Okay, if I should describe Mother Earth, I would describe it from science because I like science. Planet Earth is different from all other planets in the universe because of the atmosphere and because of gravity. We are now, with the climate change, ruling this atmosphere with the greenhouse gases and the greenhouse effect. Since planet Earth, as far as we know, is the only planet in the universe where it is possible to have human life, I think it's a blessing from God. I believe that our planet is a blessing from God, and I believe that it is our responsibility to make sure to take care of this planet, because I believe that if we don't take care of this planet and climate changes, it is worst not only for the planet but for humanity as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Just a follow-up question. Have you ever heard Mother Earth cries? Have you ever heard Have you ever heard Mother Earth cries or sing? Have you ever heard Mother Earth cries or sings?
I have not heard Mother Earth cry or sing, but I believe that it's our responsibility as human beings to look at the data, look at the facts, and we have known since 1970s that there is something going on with climate change and with the greenhouse effect. So I don't think we need to see or hear Mother Earth cry. I think we just need to just look at simple data from scientists, from when people are doing data and research on the condition of our Earth.
I think the Earth crying when we are not respecting her. We must respect Earth.
Okay, I think we have another answer here. Sorry?
The Mother Earth will crying if we don't be responsible of our land. We don't make it change in our land. So let's be thinking about it and make different how to say in English. My English is a little sorry. Let Yes, first respect him is everything. Respect each other, the human respect each other to do respect our motherland.
Yes, here.
Yes. Hello? Testing.
Bato sa microphone lang.
Yes. Testing. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for that question. Yes, I have seen Mother Earth cry. I come from an area in England which is a coastal area that is affected by flooding. And while I've been here, I'm receiving messages from home about hearing about more typhoons. And to me, the increasing flooding and the increasing weather patterns that we're seeing with the rain and the hurricanes that are coming more and more, that to me is Mother Earth crying, and we need to take this as a signal to change climate change now. And I'm so thankful to be here at Miss Earth to be an ambassador to try and change that. Thank you for that question.
Thank you. So,
Next question. Okay,
Buksan.
Mr. Melvin.
Yung isa.
Ben, bato sa microphone lang. Isa ka microphone.
Hello. Okay. Switch.
panuol na yung kamay.
Ayaw,
Hindi siya niya na. Panuol sa mga guwapa.
Okay, I just would like to address this first question to the team managers.
Team managers.
Yeah, because when we heard announcement, okay, when we heard the announcement that part of the itinerary of the Miss Earth candidates is Iligan, actually our first reaction was wow. But is it? We understand that Miss Earth is not just a beauty contest; it's also an advocacy. So we also fear that there may be environmental issues that about Iligan City. So we would like to know, if ever there is, we would like to know the positive and negative actually impression of Iligan. Why choose Iligan to be among the many places in the Philippines, be part of the touring places, the places chosen, places of the touring Miss Earth candidates. Actually, I have another question for the candidates later on.
Ayun. Why not?
Abot ba yan?
Abot. Ito. Sini na.
Ah.
Hi, thank you for that question, sir. Miss Earth 2016 has chosen Iligan City to be one of the cities that we are visiting because Iligan City is one of the unsung cities that needs to be discovered in the Philippines.
Yeah.
As well, that aside from the tourism spots here in Iligan City, we also want to expose our ladies with the environmental issues that they are exposing around, that they have been exposed around, like pollution, garbage. We want them to witness not just the beauty of the Philippines, but also the downside of the Philippines, so that as an Earth ambassador or as an Earth warrior, their knowledge will be expanded and their knowledge will widen, especially when they hold a title with Miss Earth. Okay.
Actually, ma'am, I have a follow-up question. When I heard the word downside, I just hope that the word downside does not describe, we do not belong, Iligan City does not belong to the downsides.
What I meant about the downside, of course, in all places in the world, especially in the Philippines, we have the good and the bad side, and it's the balance of nature. So we want these ladies to be exposed with that.
Amen.
Okay, so we want to expose the beauty of Iligan. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now to the ladies, okay. My question is actually just a few words. What was your first reaction when you heard that one of your part of your itinerary is Iligan City in the Philippines?
Kitsa.
All of them?
Kitsa.
Who?
All of them.
Anyone?
First reaction.
All of them.
Ikaw. Basta mo.
Well, the first thing I do with anything is I Google. So the first thing I did was Google it, and I found out that you do have some beautiful waterfalls, which I'm really excited to visit. Because like you said, the spotlight should be on unsung places in the Philippines. We just went to Butuan and now we've come here, and I want to go home and spread the message to everyone in my country that, you know, Philippines has some amazing eco-tourism spots to come and visit, and you are doing so much here for the environment, and even more than in my country. I'm so impressed, and yes, the spotlight should be on Iligan. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Allow me to recognize the presence of the mayor, the chairman, all dignitaries, honorees, and all protocols observed. When I heard that we were visiting Iligan, I was really impressed because I hear you have 23 waterfalls. Zimbabwe is on the map of having one of the 7 natural wonders, which is the Victoria Falls. So I was really excited to also see your waterfalls. It's an experience that's amazing. I know waterfalls can be such a thrill. Yeah.
Hello everyone, thank you for this question. So I was so excited and so happy to hear that we are coming here because we just came here from Butuan and that was an amazing city and we explored it much. So as an Earth advocate and as ambassadors who are here to explore Philippines, to show to the world that this is an amazing place for ecotourism, I think that Iligan is amazing place to show to the public. And also you have such amazing places like that waterfalls, and like you know about that, but we're showing to all around the world that you guys are so amazing and you have such an amazing nature. So thank you for that, and thank you for inviting us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
In Hungary, I'm studying tourism. That's why this field I'm so interested in. So when I heard that our next station will be the city, I was so excited because we are here, I think, since 8 days, if I know well, and every day is such a different and such a special experience for everybody. And I didn't know that that here, I mean the Philippines, there are so many spectacular things. And now, I'm sure that I will share with everybody in my country that they have to go here and have to see what's happening here because this country deserves it, really deserves it. Thank you. I like Philippines because not because of beautiful places, but because of you, because you are so warm people, so kind. And Iligan City is very special because you are so good person, and that's why I like your city and you. Thank you.
I was so happy because I am visiting my country for the first time in history of Iraq to join the Mrs. Earth. So I want to change my country to come go to Mrs. Earth or universe or world. That's okay because this queens of the Mrs. Earth not just for beauty. They have a message to arrive out of one of the countries we have. So I am happy to meet the old girls. I am so happy to meet the people Philippines. They are so kind and I love you so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you very much.
So we are gathered here today, people from all over the world, and since global change is a global problem, I think I'm so happy that I can come here and gain knowledge about hydro electricity. In Denmark, we don't really have these waterfalls. We are using wind energy and solar energy, and that's my advocacy. So I'm really happy that we can learn from each other, that I can maybe give something to you, you can give something to me in the city. I'm looking forward to learn, and I like to learn, and I am really happy that I can be here. And I'm so happy that you're taking good care of us, and yeah, I'm just ready to learn some more about your waterfalls, your city, and to tell when I get home to Denmark about how you do it here. And then when I am here, I will tell you what we do in Denmark.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next is Ms. Roxana Raymond from ABS India.
Good afternoon, ladies. My question is for everyone. What environmental issues in your country that is similar to what you find here in your country, in our country, Philippines? How has your country handled and addressed these issues which you think we could emulate? Or perhaps practices here in the Philippines in as far as environmental or addressing environmental issues is concerned, which you think could also be done in your respective countries?
I would say water pollution. In Denmark, back in the 1987, we have really big problems with water pollution. I have heard you have the same here in the Philippines. What we did back in 1987 was that the government made the first water environmental plan to regulate and to make sure that the farming industry and the industrial industry and transportation industry would lower the emissions down to the groundwater and out to the oceans. Another thing we did was that back in the early 90s, the water streams were curved like this, but then we made them straight. That's really bad because the nutrients will get faster out into the water, so that when the farmers are making corns, they will not have enough food from the water to the corn, but it will all get out of the ocean and pollute the ocean. So what we did also in 1987 was that we started to take it back to its natural curved water streams. So yeah, I think definitely what we can do is think about also as individuals what kind of shampoo we use, what do we use when we wash our clothes, what do we use when we do our dishes, because there's many chemicals in that. And what we can do as a community is think about what pesticides and herbicides we use for farming, and of course in the transportation sector, this is also really polluting mostly air. There we can use bikes as we do in Copenhagen, or electric cars. Yes, that was a few tips from me. Thank you.
I will say it in Arabic, so I can't explain in English, so you understand. My people, في بالعراق احنا عندنا مشكلة كلش كبيرة، انه احنا عندنا مواقع القمر اللي هي النفايات اللي تكون قريبة من البيوت، فعندنا هواية بأمراض حساسية بأمراض السرطان أصابت هواية من أطفالنا العراقيين بسبب أن مواقع القمر بقرب بضع كيلومترات من البيوت. كان السبب أنه أحقق هذا الهدف أنه أخلي مواقع القمر أو مواقع النفايات القريبة من هذه خارج المدينة أو المصانع اللي قريبة من هذه المدينة تكون تتخذ إجراءات للحفاظ على البيئة، الجو أو الهواء، حتى ممكن يقلل أقل عدد من الأمراض اللي تصيب العراقيين. طبعا المشكلة الأهم إحنا عندنا بالعراق هواية مشاكل تخص البيئة. جيت إنه أنا في الفلبين حتى أحاول إنه أقدم رسالتي وأجعل من بيئتي تكون مناسبة للعيش في العراق. شكرا جزيلا.
I think all the environmental advocacy that you use in Philippines, they are very good for all the world, not just only for my country. They are all good solution for all the countries. Thank you.
In my personal opinion, in the Philippines and in my country, one of the biggest problem is the air pollution. For example, in Hungary, because of the huge traffic, the air pollution is very big, because the population of my country is 10 million people, but in my capital city live 2.5 million people, so it's more than enough. We try to solve this problem as much as we can. We have so many electric buses, metro stations, railway stations, free bicycles, which can everybody can use this. So I think in the Philippines it's still a big problem, yeah, because there are so many cars on the streets. But if everybody would like to solve this problem, then the key is in the corner. So I believe that we can create a better world if we do it together. So
Thank you, Ms. Hungary. So in Pakistan we have a lot of pollution and a lot of problems with our environment. And the main problems are with air pollution, water pollution, and land pollution. I think it's quite same as in your country. And since people aren't aware of the damage that's being done by something as simple as cutting down trees and smoke in the air, it's led to a cycle of destructions that need to be stopped before the damage is irreversible. So that's why we are the delegates from our countries who are trying to protect our environment in many different ways. For example, in Pakistan we made a lot of meetings. We create a lot of meetings in major cities where we plant trees. So every Saturday we are meeting about like 100 people in each city and we are planting trees. So imagine like if every week 100 people plant a tree. So like soon we will have a lot of trees and enough trees to maintain our health, to protect air pollution and to slow down global warming. Also, it's just easy to make few steps on a way to improve our environment, such as you already know, but I want to repeat it, such as receive, reuse, reduce, recycle, and the most important for me is respect, because we need to respect our Mother Earth, because it's a mother, as we respect our own mother. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for the question. In Zimbabwe, climate change is a problem. Zimbabwe and the world over, the rise of the temperatures is unbearable. And what we've done is that our government will not tolerate any unserviced vehicles, carbon emissions that are not serviced or inspected. Any manufacturing houses have to be inspected and serviced. Our constitution has passed on a new legislation that will make sure that we bar any operations that are not licensed, that are not allowed by the constitution, or are not for the better of the society. And if you are to operate your business, our government has put it into place that you will have a part in your sector that will address your social responsibility. So as a company, if you are introducing carbon or anything toxic to the environment, you have to do one good work to make sure that you dilute it. So you either have to be planting trees or you have to be doing something that addresses your corporate responsibility. As Zimbabweans, we will not tolerate any work that is not inspected, any work that is not licensed, and the legislation will make sure that these people will be taken into place, and we're not tolerating it at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Of course, there's a lot of pollution in every country, but as a student, I think the most obvious one, and it happens every day, is that air pollution. And what I see is because of the traffic problem. And this is happening every day because there's traffic jams everywhere, and they make the air worse and worse. So in daily life, what I do is to take public transportation, and such as subway or riding bicycle and walking, and that's what I can think about. It's the simple actions, but we can take each day, we can take it every day, and it's a thing that everyone can do and to protect our earth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your question. In England, we have a policy called the Green Belt, which is land that surrounds our big cities that is protected by law. So these cannot be built on. And sometimes it is better we can all plant trees, but sometimes prevention is what we need to do and talk with our government. So this means that they can't be built on around our big cities. So the carbon emissions from, for instance, London, Manchester, Birmingham, the trees and the greenery around the city takes the heat out and obviously helps with the climate change. So maybe in Manila, where there is a lot of air pollution, you could write to the government or discuss trying to protect some of the land that is surrounding the big cities. And you know, maybe we can learn some things from Manila also in London. I noticed you, in a lot of your shops, you use recyclable bags, and we still use plastic bags, so we can learn from each other in that way. So thank you for that question.
All right, thank you very much. So next question is from Mindanao Daily newspaper, Mr. Sedalia.
Thank you, Brother Joe. My question addressed to anyone from our delegates. How could you prevent any possible aspects for the reaction of our Earth regarding the global positioning on typhoon or any else in your area or here in the Philippines? Thank you.
We will start here.
I'm sorry, sir. Could you please repeat the question for me?
How can you prevent or protection or else for the global warming reaction here, right?
So, how to prevent global warming? Well, it's a two-pronged attack. We need to go in at a government level and also at a personal level in our homes and in our own personal lives. So we can do small things ourselves, for instance, like Miss Taipei said that she rides on a bicycle instead of going in a car, so we can reduce emissions in that way. So small things, but also at a governmental level and big businesses. Big businesses are causing so much pollution and they need to be socially responsible and sometimes need to forget about their profits and think more about how they can be environmental without harming the planet. So thank you for that question.
Thank you. What I think about more is the personal and how can we do to protect the earth. And like I said, we take public transportation, and I usually take a bag with me, so I don't need to make additional bags from the shop, and it's made of plastic or paper, and I think it's kind of waste. And I usually reuse the thing that take from shop, like I said, and yes, that's a personal things we can do to change the world. Thank you.
I think I also agree with her. It's just very sad that we put it upon our governments to help reduce global warming or according to it. For instance, in a country we have one government, but we might have a population of 7 million people. If those personal acts are done towards living sustainably towards global warming, it will help solve the problem faster than trying to look for a government that has 84 members in a parliament to address global warming when 7 million of us can start living green every single day. So I think it was better to engage the people to make sure that they live green, and that's how we address global warming at a much faster and better pace.
I think that, as our Miss England said, it's not only a question for everybody of us, it's a question for big businesses, because mostly pollution is done by dumb vehicles from manufacturers and from big businesses. But since our government is it already started this work in this program, thanks God.